Hello and welcome to welcome to another Jurassic World Evolution video. No fights this time, no races, none of that. Just good old-fashioned park tour of this island that I made. That was kind of inspired when I was browsing randomly the Jurassic World Evolution Reddit, because I was like kind of curious to see if maybe there'd been any updates or anything. And I don't even use Reddit, but still. And like someone posted about showing like an image of like a park with all sand, and it looked quite nice. So I decided, you know what? Let's make a beach island. But then I was like, as I like made this entire island with nothing but sand, I was like, nah. And so you got this. Nice. I don't think well, at least I don't often tend to make parks that actually look good. I usually just kind of just take the dinosaurs and like, pop, you go there, you go there, you go there. I don't really plan them out much and really using the terrain and all that. I did, and I'm quite proud of this little park. It's quite nice. Well, little park, it's quite big. It has a total of 29 species. How many dinosaurs? 106 dinosaurs total. And what we're going to do is we're going to hop into one of these when the next one comes out. We're going to go through the whole tour and try to take a picture of every dinosaur in the park. And also, of note is, every dinosaur in this park has a coastal skin. And every dinosaur that, you know, has a coastal skin in the entire game is in this park, essentially. Only coastal patterns. I was gonna put the pteranodons over here, but despite how much room it looks like there is, it's not enough room for the bloody aviary. Because the pteranodons also have coastal pattern, but what can you do? I also made a park late last year using only the alpine patterns, which is considerably more dinosaurs, because so many dinosaurs just have the alpine pattern. I guess it's because it's a really simple pattern. And yeah. Let's go up front. We have to be in the front. And you again? This guy seems to spawn in every time. I actually recorded going through this tour, and then I was like, nah, because I'd put the storms on and it just kind of went to hell, and I was like, nah, maybe after the tour we can just let everything just go to hell, essentially, in this park. But that annoys me right there. I don't know how I did it, but Jurassic Park gate is the wrong way around for that one. Strange. Our first enclosure, I forgot what I was rambling about. Sticky Moloch. That's number one. Momentosaurus out of frame. Yeah, out of frame by quite a lot. God knows how far away Momentosaurus is, but it somehow counts. Anyway, what was I saying? We got a Sticky Moloch there. And during that previous record thing, he was sat there like all like, amazing. Same guy each time. I say each time, but it was only the one recording I did, so it was like, nah. That looks quite nice though, doesn't it? It's like a beach resort. One thing that I think could be improved on is this camera though. Why is it like inside the vehicle? It makes it impossible to get a good shot. There's Brachiosaurus. Head out of frame, of course. I mean, I feel like the camera should be, you know, above the car. You know, like you could look down if you wanted to, but you know, it'd have a better view of, you know, getting a shot at all the dinosaurs, rather than being like, oh man, you'd be like, oh, this guy's in the shot, god damn it, I can't see the dinosaurs, you know? Well, that's a nice shot there, Brachiosaurus. But look at that! This is like you can't see half the dinosaur because this bloody thing should be on the roof. You got some Hyangiosaurus. Oh, Kentosaurus is there in the back as well. The only two stegosaurs that have a coastal pattern. So they get this whole big ass enclosure to themselves with the redwood forest going on here, which is nice. Now going through this just makes me feel like this game would be one thing that would be neat would be like a VR kind of thing, you know? Like, doesn't need to be anything fancy or anything, just like so that you could just go into this tour and just look at it in VR. It'd be cool. And terrifying at the same time. Imagine going through a carnival enclosure like this. I forget what it... Wait, no, this is just the stegosaur enclosure still. They've got a lot of room, but they tend to stick to, you know, the areas where the feeder's at. I think this is the Stiggy Moloch enclosure. Looks pretty big. Quite a lot of water. It looks nice like that. Quite like it.
Means stick stem, referring to the river from Greek mythology that bounds the underworld. She
Saw
has a
Stiggy
small
Moloch going out of sight there.
with elaborate spikes around the skull.
I think we're now entering the Guadodon Gallimimus Archaeonophomimus enclosure. It's like, hey, that's spoiling what dinosaurs are in this whole thing. Just keep it a surprise, don't point them out. Just like wait until you get them. Oh wait. That's Campsaurus. So how many dinosaurs have we got now? I think we've got all of them so far that we've encountered. Dude, you're in my way. You're in my way. I can't see them. Screw you. No dinosaurs, the Guanodon's right there. So, seriously, the range for this thing is inconsistent. Got some Gallimimus. Like, sometimes I'll recognize like a dinosaur, like even if it's ridiculously far away. It's sort of like with the Mamenchisaurus, where it wasn't even in view. There we got the Archaeonophomimus. But then you'll get some cases where it's like a dinosaur is like right there and you just don't get it. That actually looks nice. It's like they're on a separate island, but they aren't really. Well, that looks lovely. Not that ear. That ear is just kind of distracting. Though that sight, that's a nice sight. Alright, what enclosure are we entering now? I forget. I still see redwood trees, so I assume we're going back into the stegosaur enclosure. Also, I've noticed that changing the fence type, well, the gates going through the fences, changes the rows. Like the brain fart moment, whatever it's called, brain fart moment that we're on here. Like, you saw it started off without like this added road bit around it, but then it changed to that. It was a bit weird. I kind of tried to make it so like around the sandy areas it'd be more like, you know, that bit over there, while on the grassier lands have it like this. Isn't quite that consistent though. And you can see some lights there, but I didn't really put many lights down because I was just like, by the time I completed the park I was like, yeah, it looks fine to me, we don't really need the lights. I mean, I'm sure the lights could add to it, but I just couldn't be bothered.
All species of dinosaur have different requirements for care. We We put their
So you
needs
just got a
first
few
and
scattered
develop
lights
bespoke
here and there,
approaches
but
for each species.
often too much to write home about. And even if it got dark, we could just do this. Not that it really ever gets dark enough in the game so that it's actually be, you know, impossible to see. We got some more dinosaurs. But more importantly, I can't see shit. Well, we've kinda got Ceratosaurus. 3 of them, to be exact.
Ceratosaurus means horned lizard.
It's just really hard to get a good shot of them with this camera because of how awkward it's placed. It'd be all well and good if it was on the roof, but it's literally in the middle of the car. Well, actually it's in the back of the car, technically. Still, makes no sense. this looks so bored. Oh, that's a better shot. Anyways, pay attention, pay attention. Oh, shit. Out of the way, sir. Where are they? They're in there somewhere. Oh, God. No. No! No! I can't see them, they're too small. Where are they? Oh, wait, I see them in the back. The camera doesn't count it as such, but we can see the further on just a little bit. Pesky little shits, poisoning all the other dinosaurs, and being a menace, and, you know, despite being in a picture, not counting as being in the picture, because I guess it's too small. Looks like we might have a roadblock potentially here. I like how the Kedrosaurs are actually sticking together for the most part. It's a pain in the ass when they, you know, get too far away from each other and end up, you know, all angry. Not as bad as Stegosaurus, though. Stegosaurus is much worse when it comes to that.
Like other stegosaurs, Kentrosaurus has spikes on her tail for defense.
Must you look surprised at everything? I mean, granted, if you were in a park like this, you'd be amazed by everything. You'd be like, holy shit, dinosaurs! Although, you know, probably wouldn't want to be this up close and personal with them because that'd be a safety hazard. You see the Ceratosaurs over there in the distance. How good of a shot can we get from here? Obviously not a good shot, because your ponytail is in the way. This exact same thing happened in the first recording attempt I did, before changing my mind because I was like, nah, the storm kind of ruined the tour. I mean, granted, that's kind of you know, what happened in, you know, the original Jurassic Park. Storm combined with sabotage equals disaster. But you know, just complete the tour first, and then we'll just like we'll turn on the storms and just watch chaos unfolds. I don't think you have access to the horn. I think you, I mean, you can drive these vehicles around, but we're in the ride kind of view, so you can't take control of the car. Although, funny thing is, if the car gets knocked off of the track, I suppose that's why this woman is, I think it's a woman, is always, you know, here with the steering wheel. It makes no sense, because, you know, how would that work? But she does actually drive it back onto the track, but sometimes, often enough, kind of glitches out of it. And you get cases where they just go around in circles. And just one time, when that happened, it just kept circling into a pond and just staring at the person next to her as if just like, what? So it's quite an hilarious sight. We're going back to the beach. That's the awkward thing about this, you know, making the tour go around the whole island, is that you go through like the same enclosure twice with some enclosures, you know.
So please follow
Oh, your head's blocking my way. Well, yeah, that's a nice sight. Sight that's about to. It's like, you ruined the illusion. It makes it look like they're doing that whole thing where they pretend to walk down into a basement. Look at it. But no, they just keep resurfacing it. It's like, hey, what are you looking at? It just darted right in.
This vehicle is powered by an electric.
It's like with this right here, this little mound hill here. It's like it was all originally a sand, but I put some dirt textures into it. I was going to be like, oh, well, actually, I don't think that isn't for make it look like a mountain because it's, you know, a hill. But no, just make it look a bit dirtier, you know, a bit rough around the edges, up to the water there. That we can't actually see because, for whatever reason, whenever you put water down, sometimes, more often than not, it will just raise the terrain a bit. Look him go! He wants out of this enclosure. Look at that! Momentosaurus. Where is Momentosaurus in that shot? You tell me. I don't see no Momentosaurus. That's the weird thing. I think this game recognizes dinosaurs based on where they are. It doesn't matter if anything's actually in the way of the view. As long as they're in the shot, regardless of it, well, they actually, you know, realistically are. There could be something in the way, but as long as they're right behind that object, it somehow still counts. But anyways, we're into the sauropod enclosure now. Surprisingly, only 3 sauropods, well, technically 4. So we got Megalosaurus, Apatosaurus, and Diplodocus. Our 3 main sauropods. No Brachiosaurus, no Camarasaurus, no Dreadnoughtus, and I don't think there were any other sauropods other than that. Just like FM, the hybrid, yeah, That's goes back and we get to that eventually. What a majestic sight. Yeah, it's a shame you can't see the head, like, that'd be a cool image, you know? Seeing a Momentosaurus looking down at the roof, but no, we're not gonna get that. You may have noticed, I don't actually have, like, the, bit by the coast there, you know, fenced off. In both this enclosure and the one with the Iguanodon, Gallimimus, and Archaeopteryx. Because I was like, I was just confident that they'll stick to their, you know, respective enclosures and everything will be fine. And that seems to be the case. It was the Kentrosaurs and Tyrannosaurus that I was more concerned with, which is why I had fence around. So we got some nice redwood forest going on here. And some palm trees. You know, would a car like this get stuck in the sand potentially?
This vehicle is powered by an electric motor and can travel at speeds of up to 20 miles.
Didn't really do much with the sand over there. I didn't put any dirt texture on it or nothing. Look at this, it's like, hey, we're entering an enclosure and then we're leaving the enclosure. What? Actually, I can't even remember what was in this enclosure. Actually, I think It comes around back to that enclosure. There's only one enclosure, aside from all the carnivores, where we don't actually go into the enclosure itself. We pass it by. And the reason for that was because I designed the enclosure before, putting down,
Goats are
the
an ideal
layout
live
for
food source for
Jurassic
army gators. They
Park.
have
So,
been known to display
so
social cues to a
putting
carnivore
the
and be
vehicle going
scared
through that
months
would have
later.
kind of messed up the enclosure a bit. The trouble with that enclosure is you see some goats. I freed them from one enclosure because I was like, why not? And it's a bit hilly, so it's kind of hard to see. And I tried to fix it, but it's kind of hard to do because the terrain is just awkward. So you can flatten terrain and all that, raise terrain, but it's just like it gets messy at a certain point. I mean, look
Ranger
at the
teams
state of
look
this
after a
path here.
dinosaur's health by providing specialized medical care and
It's
restocking
like we're on a
feeders for
roller
a
coaster
nutritionally
now.
balanced diet.
A roller coaster where you could die from dinosaurs. Except for in this specific area, because dinosaurs in this enclosures are going to be, in their own enclosures. And see, I don't know why, that's like a Spinosaur kind of thing, but it's essentially for large carnivores. That sign is to indicate. The enclosure down
Please make
there
sure
will
that you
be very
listen
easy to see
carefully
because
to
we're
any
up on the
safety
hill.
announcements or
It's the
instructions
two
from staff.
dinosaurs beside it. That'll be a pain in the ass. As you can see, I changed the fence in there because it's really hard to see through that, the heavier fence. Oh wait, just about see it, but there's the Allosaurus back there. Let's get a good shot. Can we see them? Hey, look at that, that's a perfect shot. We don't really get to see Allosaurus very clearly, but we don't get to see these dinosaurs very clearly either. Where are they? Wait, I think I saw them, but I can't. No! 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 Where are they?
Our goats lack an
Oh wait,
instinctual
I saw
fear
them.
of predators. This was
I think they're
achieved through
down by
selective
the
breeding
feeder.
and genetic
God damn it, this is
engineering.
ruining things for me. Must spot. I hyped this enclosure up. I was like, hey, this one's the easy one to see. Oh god damn it. We might have in the meantime missed another enclosure. Oh no. Wait. Alright, we saw Allosaurus eating from a live food. That means there's a goat there, right? So we got something out of that. But seriously, where the hell are they? Where the hell? Oh, there he is. One of them anyway. Baryonyx. We got the shot. Now time to focus on the main deal. If we can spot it. Oh, this is good?
Baryonyx
No, it's not good.
showing fish scales and
Just
juvenile
keep
iguanodon
out
bones
of
in her stomach region
your
have informed
seatbelt.
her
Seems
care.
to be phasing in and out
Recently
of
supplemented her
existence every.
carnivorous diet with new
Where are
pescatarian options.
you? Well, maybe if I just blindly take pictures in various directions. Yeah, T-Rex is somewhere in there. Didn't get to see it. Didn't even get to see the goats within the enclosure. Now we're entering the ceratopsid enclosure. Styracosaurus.
Dinosaur with distinct
See sign of Ceratops over there. Will it count? Along with Apatosaurus. Really, is Apatosaurus even visible? Because the enclosures are right next to each other. Ah yeah, I can just about see the Apatosaurus. Hello. So we've seen 2 of 3 Ceratopsids here. You're just like, wait, I've played Jurassic World Evolution. I know that the Ceratopsids get quite a few, of them have the coastal pattern. There's gotta be more than that. Wait. Really? All that image is like, oh yes, Tyrannosaurus. Come on, I see Torosaurus back there, I see Triceratops. Why isn't the picture counting? No dinosaurs! It's like you take this picture. Oh, those aren't dinosaurs, man. There's no dinosaurs there. What are you talking about?
From the Jurassic Park control room.
Come on, this is all one. Jesus Christ, this path does not look safe. Anyways, I was saying, there's more ceratopsids to be seen. Oh, okay, fair enough. We were gonna get a good shot of them anyway. We got them all there. Anyway, as I was saying, there is more ceratopsids. I just couldn't put them all in the same enclosure because two of the ceratopsids are arseholes with their population, restrictions on it, where they're like, no, I don't like too many dinosaurs in my enclosure. There's also one other dinosaur that's just one of its own kind in the whole thing, and it's in the same enclosure with them. Probably be the hardest one to spot, if anything. We're in the Hadrosaur paddock. That's our office. My source does not count there in the background for some reason. Centaurosaurus. If we do miss the Myosaurus in our kind of picture, we will be coming for this enclosure a second time. Oh, you can see the hybrids there. Nice. Stegoceratops. We've already got your picture and we haven't even entered the hybrid zone. Spoilers. What the hell was that animation? Got the Ankylodocus there. That apparently, despite being a sauropod, usually being easier, to get in range for the photo, doesn't count. Has to be closer for some reason. This is a really long tour, isn't it? How much destruction will we even see from, the inevitable tornado when I turn on storms? Still nothing. It's like, that's not a dinosaur, that's a hybrid. There we go.
Dinosaurs will often congregate around feeders and water sources.
They got their own nice little enclosure for themselves. Oh wait, we might get a shot at T-Rex on the way down. The enclosure's right next to it. I doubt it though, the T-Rex seems a bit shy. Oh wait, there he is. Or she. Well, we technically got a view of the T-Rex in the end, so that counts.
Night vision goggles are available in the glove compartment.
That's a lot of stars. And what other hybrids have coastal skin? I'm pretty sure this was the one for clearing Jurassic difficulty, I'm pretty sure, on Nublar. Which I can't remember how much of a pain in the ass it was, but considering it's always a pain in the ass on Jurassic difficulty, regardless of what island, it probably was a pain in the ass to get. We don't really get too close to the enclosure though.
Some dinosaur species are naturally shy and may be hiding in
Out of the way.
forest.
The big tree. Wait for it. Just maybe. Gotta be in there somewhere. Yeah, it's sleeping. It's sleeping behind all that. Way to go, Indominus Rex. Camera shy, I see. Hidden behind the dunes. Not gonna come out and roar at us or anything.
Is an herbivore hybrid dinosaur designed by Dr. Henry Wu as an attraction.
Alright, there he is. All the way at the back.
Many attacking options in a fight.
Looks like it's contemplating breaking out of it there, doesn't it? Man, it's amazing how long the tour actually goes on for, man. Even if you take out the, Kentosaurus block in the way that one time, it's still quite a long tour.
Electric motors cut down on noise pollution,
and aside from Troodon, so far we've got a picture of every dinosaur on the tour. I mean, we technically did get Troodon, it just didn't count for some reason. But we still haven't called Myosaurus, even though we technically had seen it. And then the mystery enclosure that we don't get to see properly. That's the tricky one. And we're actually technically in said enclosure, but as you can see, not much to see. Myosaurus. There we go. Technically counts now. Okay, let's keep an eye on this side enclosure. No dinosaurs. Wait. I thought I saw something. Well, you stalled the tour a bit, well, only briefly though. Man, it's so hard to see. There's even a feeder there, and there's nothing, you can't see anything. Really? Where are the dinosaurs at? Disappointing. Well, there's the elusive one, Nodosaurus. I mean, I didn't see him, but oh wait, Pentaceratops behind a sign that's worth $2,000. Cosmosaurus is in there somewhere too. What other views we got? We got a nice view down there, but more importantly, we gotta get that last shot. Where's Cosmosaurus? It's like, it doesn't matter if we can see it or not, as long as the picture counts. You see the Pentaceratops, but it's like the only dinosaur we've really seen in this enclosure there. Cosmosaurus. What's the holdup? Oh.
Your safety is important to us.
No, the tour's gonna end and we're not gonna see the Cosmosaurus. Disappointing. And if you count the Troodon, that's 2 dinosaurs we didn't get a picture of. That counted anyway. Too far away now. Lame. We might still get a chance though. are coming close to the enclosure again. I mean, imagine now, you just like take a picture of some trees and just like, there's a dinosaur there. It's like, I don't see no dinosaurs. We're at the end of the tour.
Want something memorable
I don't
to
think
take
any of the dinosaurs in that enclosure tend to come towards this section, specific area. And it's just got loads of big ass mounds of dirt. Well, we failed, but at least we tried. Still got a roundabout though. Maybe. Maybe. No. Maybe if I... Nope. Oh well. That was, at least we tried. Let's actually see just how far away they were. Oh, they were right there. We're camera shy. We didn't want to get involved in all that. Anyways, let's wrap this up with some chaos. Take a while for chaos to ensue, but you know, let's have a proper little part here. You know, I'm surprised Notosaurus even counted. I mean, didn't see it, and it's kind of small, so I'm surprised that I even picked up close to the fence, but you know, hidden by the little hills. It's quite a big enclosure for such a few dinosaurs. And we got all of the hadrosaurs. It's quite nice. It's like I deliberately made it so that it's like a kind of a river of sorts here and a river here. You know, kind of have some semblance of making sense, you know. Instead of just being like, oh, here's a pond, here's another pond, and here's another pond. I mean, I did do that for the carnivores, but I kind of, you know, for the herbivores, I kind of tried to make it look a bit fancier, I guess. I've never noticed that with the T-Rex. It's got a bit of orange on it. It kind of makes it seem like it could be a bit of jungle, but it is coastal. I don't think the T-Rex has a jungle pattern. Let's look for Allosaurus. Just kind of will search for every dinosaur in this park without the tour while we wait for, you know, a storm. Well, that was a goat moving then. Well, there is a goat, you know, at least two goats roaming free, but I don't think that was that. Dinosaurs. Ventusaurus. Goes to show how big these bloody trees are, where even my Ventusaurus is like, yeah, it's still too tall for me. There's the Diplodocus. There you are. Enjoying your tour while it lasts. And this video's gone on quite a while. Gallimimus. And a bit of Archaeopteryx. Guanodons. Looks like they're gonna make a possible roadblock. Dinosaurs, Ceratosaurus. Like their enclosure is like pretty simple. It's big, spacious, and it's where the redwood trees end, essentially. Here we got these little pesky troodons. Why is this Gantrosaurus all the way over here? Where are the other ones at? I guess they're close enough so that it, doesn't make them all like, I'm not happy with the limited amount of dinosaurs. And you got a rare source. Sticky Moloch. Is there any other dinosaurs? Oh yeah, Metacanthsaurus. Definitely one of the cooler kind of dinosaurs. It is fairly chill as well. Doesn't tend to break out during storms or anything. I think that's all of them, right? Oh wait, yeah. You got the Ceratopsids. Ceratops has an interesting frill. And I think that is... oh wait, no, we got hybrids. Hybrids. Oh yeah, Indominus. How you doing? It doesn't look like a storm's gonna hit the island, so is that all the dinosaurs? I think that's all the dinosaurs. So that'll do. Hope you enjoyed my random islands that I made on the tour. That was quite long. Look at all those redwood trees. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. That is all. Peace out.